I'm standing in front of a group that I consider to be living legends. That's who you are. You're living legends because of what you have done for a better future, what you have done to ensure beauty for a future that you may not see, and what you have done to invest in the lives of children. Now, during these times that we have experienced, very tense times that we've experienced recently in our country with the law enforcement shootings in various places in our country, I was actually able to catch an interesting interview with Representative Elijah Cummings. And I really love this man. I've had a chance to hear him speak in person. He's a U.S. Representative from Maryland's 7th Congressional District. And in my mind, he's a living legend himself. He was misdiagnosed in his early years as a student with special needs. But because he encountered a caring teacher who believed in teaching individuals and not cohorts, teaching people and not curriculum, the misdiagnosis was realized. And Representative Cummings made great strides in his development. He ultimately graduated from Baltimore City College with honors. He attended Howard University, where he became a member of Phi Beta Kappa, and he ultimately graduated from the University of Maryland School of Law. And he was being interviewed by a reporter concerning the recent Baltimore riots. And he was lamenting the possible negative impact on Baltimore's children and what these actions by adults were saying to young people. And in this interview, he quoted a man named Neil Postman. He was an American author, media theorist, and cultural critic who once wrote these words: "Children are the living messages we send to a time we will not see." And when I heard this quote, the truth of it staggered me. And do you know what I thought about, first of all? I thought about you. I thought about you. Your careers have been built on sending messages to a time that you will not see. And I want to ask you tonight for just a few minutes to consider the messages that you have sent. You have got to know that whatever your capacity, you have been a part of something much bigger than yourself. You have been about shaping ideas, challenging norms, solving problems, thinking creatively, playing fairly, and being the very essence of what you have taught. You prepared generations of children to be able to understand and deal with a world full of complexities, beauty, danger, diversity, and unpredictability. And whatever your role in putting together the pieces of the puzzle that we call education, you've been a teacher. Whether you were a bus driver, a cafeteria concierge, a classroom instructor, an administrator, a therapist, a coach, a nurse, an IT specialist, an artist, an administrative assistant, an accountant, an electrician, a human resources expert, a custodial engineer, or a musician. You were a teacher. And when the puzzle of education was finally completed, when it was finally put together, it looked always different, but always the same, because it was always the face of a child. I promise you that when the students that you have taught have long forgotten the structures, strategies, and mechanics of how they learned what they learned, they will remember you and the foundations for their lives that you put in place.